This is a clip from an earlier live stream. I know you're going to like it, so the link to the full video is down below. Check it out. I'll see you over there.
As many people say, follow the money. Who has benefited the most from Charlie Kirk's demise? I mean, categorically, I think you cannot say any. If it's not the first, it's definitely the second best, and that's Candace. I don't know who's benefited more. Tell me somebody who's benefited more tangibly than Candace Owens as it relates to Charlie Kirk's demise. I mean, remember, she was busy talking about some MK Ultra summer camp when Charlie Kirk passed away. And from there, look where she is now, where she's getting international death threats from the international spy network, the high table, and put a marker out on her. I can't think of anybody else. Like, who else has benefited more? So why is the idea that Candace did it or had him deleted not as viable as all this other stuff? The Egyptian planes and the bees and the 12 Israeli phones that were at UVU. Why is that more? Which, by the way, she never told us how she knows that there were 12 phones at UVU. And I looked it up. UVU is a pretty nice sized campus. The fact that they only had 12 Israeli phones at the campus is actually kind of interesting. Like, don't you have more international students than that? Why is that normal? I mean, why is that abnormal? Please forgive me. So, but back to my point. Why is any one of her theories, and this is for the Candies, so the Candies, I need you to come on up here to the front of the church. Why is anything like that? Why is her claims more viable, more tangible than anything else? Because I have some theories that I could throw out. I think her tip line has been the real MVP of this whole thing, because really, truly, I think the tip line has been driving this whole, the tip line has been driving this narrative. And I'll just throw it out here like this. The tip line is the ones that have thrown her bones, that have carried her in certain directions. The military commentary that she gives comes from a tip. And so once the tip line says it out there, throws it out there, that's when she starts running after it. Or she throws out something else, she runs after that. So again, I have a theory. And again, I think this one actually is viable. I think her tip line is her biggest op. People say, Jason, you hate Candace. No, I think her tip line hates her. Even, I don't hate Candace. I pray for Candace. I think her tip line hates her way more than anybody else could, because they are playing her. Her tip line has been playing her from the beginning. And that's my assessment. Now, sure, there are definitely people in her tip line that want the best for Candace, that believe in Candace, blah, 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 blah. But there's a lot of tips in there that are just, I'm sorry, she seems to find them. If you listen, a lot of her tips are, if you just listen to them objectively and say, why is that? They're playing her. I think they're playing her. So that's why I say, I think her tip line is probably her biggest op. I know that sounds crazy, but I'm gonna work on my theory, because this one actually I really do believe. I do believe this one. So I want to make sure that I can find it and I can prove it from her tips. But the thing about George Farmer, I mean, it sounds like an Alfred Hitchcock movie, man. Truth be told, the thing about her deleting them because she's angry. I mean, is it possible? It's possible. Sure. It's possible. However, do I need to give you more evidence? That's my question. Do I need to give you more evidence? Because if I need to give you more evidence that George didn't delete Charlie, or that Candace didn't delete Charlie, how much more evidence do I need to give? And can you ask for Candace to give that same amount of evidence? That's all I need. Why would Israel want to have taken out one of its biggest supporters? Even most people have to be convinced that Charlie wasn't supporting Israel. He was changing his position on Israel. That wasn't known. So why would they want to delete him if it wasn't known that he was changing his position? Let's just say his position was changing 100%. He was doing a 180 on them, right? Most people didn't even know that, but let's tell the truth. Most people didn't even know who Charlie Kirk was. Shh, don't say that out loud. I'm just saying, like, he wasn't everybody's universe. So therein is that little nugget of problem there. But let's go back. So why would they put their biggest supporters head to bed and leave Candace there. That's what you got to make sense to me. Make that make sense. Candace has been saying all kinds of reckless stuff about Israel. So why would they leave her, but they would take Charlie Kirk out? Help me make that make sense. But let's just say they're doing all the nasty, gnarly stuff that we're saying. Okay, all that. Then why is Candace still floating around here? Why is Tucker Carlson still floating around here? Nick Fuentes, Sneeko, Myron Gaines, all of them are here, but Charlie Kirk isn't. Okay. It makes, okay. I get, okay. I'm just saying. Shout out to the 854 y'all in the best live channel on the internet. I'm just saying. Why does she get to stay? Why do they get to stay, but Charlie Kirk doesn't?
I know you liked that episode. This is actually a clip from a larger live stream. The link is down in the description, so you can go check it out. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you down there. Grace and peace.